Everything you knew about how to tell if a woman likes you is wrong. Stop doing what you've been doing because it's not working. Today, we're going to expose 18 subtle signs she's into you but trying hard not to show it. Trust me, 99% of people miss these signs, and it could cost you your next big love story. Have you ever felt that electric tension in the air when you're around a woman you suspect might be into you? It's that tingling sense that there's something more behind her glance, a deeper meaning behind her words, or even a hidden message in her actions. But here's the thing, most people are completely clueless about how to decode these signals, and that's where they mess up. You're left wondering, is she into me, or am I just imagining things? Well, today we're taking the guesswork out of the equation. I'm Maria, your go-to guide for everything love and relationships, and today we're diving deep into the mysterious world of female attraction. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot those hidden signs that she's interested, but for some reason, she's trying not to show it. Ready? Let's dive in. Before we get into the first sign, let me know in the comments, have you ever had a feeling that a woman liked you, but you weren't sure? Drop a yes if that's ever happened to you. Let's kick things off with the classic one, the furtive glances. Picture this, you're hanging out with a group of friends, everyone's chatting, having a great time, and suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, you catch her looking at you. She quickly looks away, maybe even pretending to be focused on something else. You think to yourself, was that just my imagination? But here's the truth, it wasn't. Women often send these brief, stolen glances when they're into someone, but don't want to make it too obvious. It's a way of checking you out without being caught. And if it happens more than once, take it as a signal. She's interested, but she's not ready to make the first move, she's waiting for you to notice. Now, let's talk about the shift in behavior. Have you noticed how she's the life of the party, chatting up everyone, being all bubbly and outgoing, but then when she's around you, she suddenly becomes quieter, maybe even a bit shy? This change in her demeanor is no accident. What's happening here is that she's starting to feel self-conscious around you because her feelings are involved. It's like she's afraid of saying the wrong thing or giving away too much. This shift is a strong indicator that you've got her attention and she's trying to keep her cool. But here's where many guys get it wrong, they assume she's just not interested because she's not as talkative. Don't fall into that trap. Pay close attention to how her behavior changes when it's just the two of you versus when she's with others. Have you ever noticed a girl who's super talkative with everyone else but clams up when it's just the two of you? If you have, drop it in the comments. Moving on to the next sign, sensitivity to your words. This one's subtle, but incredibly telling. Does she seem to react differently to your comments compared to what others say? Maybe she laughs a little harder at your jokes, even when they're not that funny, or perhaps she hangs onto your every word, even when you're just talking about something trivial. What's happening here is that she's invested in what you have to say because deep down, your opinion matters to her. Even if it's just a passing remark, she's paying attention. This is her way of letting you know, in a low-key manner, that she values your thoughts. So the next time you catch her reacting strongly to something you say, take note. She's not just being polite, she's interested. But what about when she's really trying to play it cool? That's where indirect interest comes into play. Some women are comfortable being upfront about their feelings, so they drop little hints instead. It's almost like a trail of breadcrumbs leading you to the conclusion she wants you to reach without her having to spell it out. For example, she might mention plans she's made, hoping you'll suggest joining her. Or maybe she talks about something she knows you're passionate about, waiting to see if you'll take the bait and keep the conversation going. These subtle nudges are her way of opening the door without having to step through it herself. It's all about creating opportunities for you to make a move, so keep your eyes peeled for these clues. Now, this next one is huge, the self-qualification. You might notice that during your conversations, she starts to subtly highlight her qualities that align with your preferences. Let's say you casually mention that you love cooking, and suddenly she's talking about her favorite recipes and how she enjoys experimenting in the kitchen. Or maybe you're into fitness, and she starts sharing stories about her workout routines. This isn't just small talk, she's actively trying to show you that she fits the mold of the kind of woman you'd be interested in. It's her way of saying, hey look, we have so much in common, without coming across as too forward. And who could forget the classic sign of attraction, fixing herself up when you're around? This one's as old as time. If you notice that she's adjusting her clothes, touching her hair, or even just checking her reflection when you're nearby, take it as a sign. She's trying to present herself in the best possible light, because whether she admits it or not, Your opinion matters to her. She wants you to see her at her best, and these little adjustments are her way of making sure she looks just right when you're around. So if you catch her doing a quick hair fix or a subtle outfit check, it's not by accident, it's because she's into you. Quick question, how many times have you seen a girl do a quick hair or outfit check when you walked up? If that's ever happened to you, drop it in the comments below. But there's more. Let's talk about offering help without being asked. If she's going out of her way to help you with things, especially when you didn't even ask for it, she's not just being nice. She's creating opportunities to spend more time with you, to show you that she's there for you. It's like she's saying, I care about you, without actually saying the words. This can be anything from offering to help you with a project, to bringing you coffee just because she knows you're having a long day. These gestures are her way of nurturing a connection, of making sure you see her as someone who's reliable and supportive. So, if she's offering to lend a hand even when there's nothing in it for her, it's time to take note she's interested, and she's showing it through her actions. Another big one is always available, even when it's difficult. This is a subtle but powerful indicator of her interest. No matter how packed her schedule is, she somehow manages to make time for you. Even if it's just squeezing in a quick coffee or rearranging her plans to fit yours, she's showing you that you're a priority. Think about it, if someone's really not that into you, they'll probably be too busy to hang out. But when she's interested, she'll move mountains to make sure she can spend time with you, even if it means sacrificing something else. This availability isn't just about convenience, it's about her valuing your presence in her life. And then there's nervousness around you. This one can be easy to misinterpret. You might think she's just awkward or not comfortable around you, but often it's the exact opposite. If she's fidgeting, playing with her hands, or talking a little faster than usual, it's a sign that she's affected by your presence. She's nervous because she cares about how she comes across to you. She wants to make a good impression but is worried she might mess it up. These little nervous habits are a dead giveaway that her feelings for you are more than just platonic. Now, have you ever heard about her asking about you when you're not around? This one is a classic. If she's asking your mutual friends what you've been up to or checking in on how you're doing when you're not around, it means you're on her mind. She's thinking about you even when you're not there, and she's curious about what's going on in your life. This kind of interest isn't just friendly, it's a sign that she's invested in you, in knowing more about you, and in staying connected even from a distance. Here's a biggie. Subtle jealousy. If you notice her tone change or see her asking slightly pointed questions when you mention other women, she's likely feeling more than just friendship for you. She might ask things like, oh, are you close with her? Or do you hang out with her often? These are not just innocent questions, they're a way for her to gauge where she stands in your life. Jealousy, even when it's subtle, is a clear indicator that she's feeling something deeper and is trying to figure out if there's competition she needs to worry about. Have you ever caught her being a little jealous when you talked about another woman? If you've seen this sign, drop it in the comments. Next up, trying to impress you. If she's going out of her way to show off her skills, knowledge, or talents when you're around, it's because she wants to stand out in your eyes. Whether she's suddenly an expert in a topic you mentioned liking, or she's showing off a new outfit, she's trying to capture your attention. This isn't just about her being good at something, it's about making sure you notice her for it. She wants to be memorable, and she's using every tool in her arsenal to make that happen. Or how about valuing your attention? This one's subtle but so telling. If she lights up when you're really listening to her and seems to hang on your every word, it's because she's craving a deeper connection with you. She's not just looking for someone to chat with, she's looking for someone to connect with on a more meaningful level. When she sees that you're paying attention, she feels valued and appreciated, which only deepens her interest. Let's not overlook protective behavior. If she's looking out for you in small, caring ways like checking in on you when you're sick or offering to help you out when you're stressed, she's showing that she's invested in your well-being. These aren't just friendly gestures, they're acts of care that hint at deeper feelings. She's showing that she wants to be there for you, to support you, and to take care of you in a way that goes beyond simple friendship. Then there's playful V's, ladylike behavior. This is a fascinating one because it shows how she's trying to navigate her feelings for you. If she's being playful and teasing one moment, then suddenly more reserved and ladylike the next, she's showing you different sides of her personality. She's testing the waters, trying to see which side of her resonates with you. It's her way of saying, I can be fun, but I can also be serious, what do you like? But one of the most subtle signs is indirect interest through actions. Instead of coming out and saying she likes you, she'll demonstrate it through her actions. Maybe she remembers small details about your life or goes out of her way to do something thoughtful for you. These actions might seem small, but they're packed with meaning. She's showing you how much she cares without having to put it into words, hoping that you'll pick up on the signal she's sending. And finally, let's talk about the friend move. If she's trying to be your friend, it's not because she's not interested, it's because she wants to get to know you better before making a move. She's testing the waters, trying to build a foundation of trust and compatibility. She's in it for the long game, hoping that as you spend more time together, you'll start to see her as more than just a friend. Which of these signs have you noticed before? Hit that like button if any of these sound familiar. And there you have it, minus 18 subtle yet powerful signs that a woman is into you, even if she's trying not to show it. Decoding these signals can be tricky, but once you start to notice the patterns, it's like unlocking a secret code. Remember, love isn't always loud and obvious sometimes. It's hidden in the smallest gestures, the quietest words, and the subtlest glances. So keep your eyes open, pay attention to the details, and who knows, that special someone might have been right in front of you all along, waiting for you to see the sign.